Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third session of the mini manifestation course. I'm so excited that you've joined us and that you're watching this recording of the session. Today, I'm going to take you through some learning because it's very important for me to make sure that you're getting the knowledge that you need, the tools and tricks that you need to move you to a better place. So I love chatting. I love going through what you guys are doing, but I want to make sure I get through that today. And so today we will be covering the 5 ways that you sabotage yourself so often from getting what you really, really want. We need to go over them because sometimes just by acknowledging, just by knowing that you sabotage yourself in these ways, you can catch yourself as you're doing it and stop doing it, which is what we want, right? So I'm going to start with that. And first, I'm going to just ask you guys to just share a few of your wins. And now this is where I have to tell you a little caveat. This is not from the live recording. No, I had to record this after the session because I sillily forgot to press record. And so this is exactly, I think, what I said. I think I've covered it all. And then I read some of your beautiful wins, and then I carried on, which we're going to carry on in the recording of it, which is just downloading at the moment. And you will watch the whole thing. The other thing that I mentioned was that today, I'm obviously going to go over those 5 ways that you sabotage yourself. And I'm going to let you hear from 3 amazing students of mine. One who has been a Kinsta-Krooi student and is just absolutely beautiful. She just shows up in the most magnificent way. And then 2 one-on-one clients who are also Kinsta-Krooi past students that are just phenomenal. A lot of you have been asking about the course. I don't want our journey to end here. I want to carry on working with you and growing with you and empowering you and raising your vibration. And so today we will speak about a few of the ways that you can keep working with me. But first, let's dive into celebrating some of your wins and then going through those 5 saboteurs. Ladies and gentlemen, I now want to welcome the amazing, the beautiful Nandy Alexander onto the stage, and the crowd goes wild. Nandy,
oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Amazing. I by no means am a public speaker. I don't know why Susanna has asked me to do this, but I am going to do it with pleasure because you can always count on my great friend Sue to bring you out of your little shell. So I just want to share a bit about my journey and my experience doing the Kinsta-Krooi course. And as you can tell from my little chat over there, I'm a person that likes to write notes. So I don't want to forget anything. And I wrote down some notes, with the 10 points that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Before I did the course, I was really battling with a negative mindset. My mind would always be so dark and in such a sad place. And I would always find myself gravitating towards the worst possible outcomes of any situation. I suffered with people pleasing. Where do I even start with that one? I think everyone suffers with that a little bit. Being easily triggered. I was short-tempered and always just on the defense. But that came from a lot of experiences that I went through in my life that I just was never, ever able to overcome, because most of the time when you're dealing with your shadows, you don't actually ever want to face it, right? Another thing that I suffered from or was experiencing during the time when I decided to do the course was burnout from a job that I was so frustrated in, constantly stressed in. And I don't know if you guys remember, but in the group chat, in our WhatsApp group chat, I told you guys that I've now since resigned from that job. I'm living a happy, stress-free life where I don't have to get onto Teams, get onto emails at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not for everyone, but it really just wasn't for me. And I was just in such a bad place with work, and it caused me so much anxiety every single day, and I just was not happy. Another thing that I was experiencing before I joined the course was low self-worth, low self-love, and low self-esteem. My God, what a combination. It was just awful. And, the best thing about the course for me, because obviously I got to work through all of these things throughout my journey with Susanna and the amazing group that I was doing it with, was that I was able to confront so many of the shadows by addressing them directly instead of avoiding them, which I had mastered doing over the years. I don't think people realize how difficult it is to face that side of you that you just don't want to see and you don't want anybody else to see. It's just, God, it's hard. It's hard. And that is also one of the things, not to put any focus on that, but that is one of the things that I really struggled with throughout the course, was constantly waking up every single day, doing the homework, and facing these things that I also try to avoid so often. And that is the best way for me to work through it. The biggest change that I experienced in the way that I now treat myself and the people close to me, learning to give myself the space to feel all of my emotions and remember the importance of putting myself first. I'm now a softer version of who I was, always defensive, always on the victim end of things. And most importantly, have now become more understanding to other people's behaviors, as opposed to taking things personally and not having people affect my headspace and my mood. Doing the Kinsukuroimi course left me feeling that although the journey of personal development is an ongoing process, it gave me the tools to navigate through exactly what I was struggling with personally, and healed a lot of my own trauma, which actually was brought to the forefront during the course through our homework, which I just said that we were given to do weekly. It also left me feeling like a load had just been lifted off my shoulders constantly, actually, because we were taught the gift of self-love through forgiveness. And I was able to let go of a lot of baggage that I did not need to be carrying around me anymore. Just going to turn the page. I promise this is the last page that I'm turning. Stay with me. I would genuinely recommend the course to anyone seeking clarity of who they are, why they behave the way they do towards certain things, patterns like codependency, patterns like having the victim mentality, and anyone ready to step into the enlightened version of themselves, the version that exists, but you don't have the tools to, deal with it, or you don't have the tools to go into that next level that you are. So if that's you, I highly recommend it. And what I was most grateful for was the support that I received by Susanna and the group during the course. It was a space where I could be so vulnerable, and everyone was so welcome and willing to help me with anything that I was struggling with. And this went both ways. It was just such a safe space. And I know that Susanna really emphasizes on that when we come into our groups, is that it's a place where you can be who you are and there's no judgment and people are willing to help. Working with Susanna, for me, Susanna, can you just mute your thing there? Because I don't want you to hear me. But working with Susanna, gosh, it's so beautiful. She really knows exactly how to hold space, how to always have a solution for every single thing that you couldn't even possibly imagine. When you're like, I can't go over this hurdle, Susanna's like, here's a bulldozer. I can help you with it. Susanna, you really are incredible. And I can't thank you enough for, helping me or playing such a pivotal role in the person that I am today. And the community that I met in the course was just such a reminder that everybody's actually going through something. We're not going through things in isolation, and everyone is willing to help. And if we just speak up and not suffer in silence, you can get through anything that you can imagine. So that was my experience, and it's gone on to help me every single day since I completed the course, and has really made me so much better. So thank you, Susanna.
You see now, I'm so proud of you, Nuns. I really, really am, because I remember when you started the course, and I remember you were in a really tough space, you know, like a really tough space. And I remember saying to you, you're going to be okay. Like, hold my hand, we'll put on big girl panties together, you know, and we'll navigate this, because that's what it's about, right? At the end of the day, like, this is the truth, what you were saying, Nandy. We all go through this. Guys, we all go through this. That's why I'm constantly saying, if I can do it, you can do it. And Nandy is one of the beautiful living proofs that what I'm saying is true, you know, because of course there's going to be ups and downs, but when you become a part of a community, when you gain the tools and techniques that you need, and when you bring in the support that you need, and when you cultivate the self-love and the self-respect and the self-care that you need, and you start stepping into that space, it's a game changer, right? Can we all give Nandy a huge like round of a like big love applause, like a oh my God.